Good morning, everyone. I hope all you guys are doing well. It's another live event with CodeSmash. I have a founder of CodeSmash here with me, Mario. Hello, Mario. How are you?
Hey Sam, doing fine.
Okay,
Hope
let
you're
me
doing
just
well
check
as
it
well.
out if we are live. If you guys do see us live, please like the video or just uh, comment below. Let's see. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly check. I usually have my phone ready all the time, but this time I forgot. Okay, so we are live. Yes. So how's everything? You are in Japan, right?
Listen, here in Tokyo it's 11 p.m., but yeah, I'm going strong.
Perfect, perfect. So since again we did the launch last year, and lots of new updates, a lot of things that are happening in Code Smash. So please let us know. Let us know about yourself, your team again, because some of the new members probably don't know you. So why you build the Code Smash?
Okay, so first, thanks for inviting me again. It's great to be back. And yeah, so I'm Mario. For those who don't know, I've been in Japan now for 10 years, living here, working as a software developer. And I've also actually decided to build CodeSmash for those who want to, build their own websites, have their own business, but don't really know how to code, right? So they want something that deploys their apps in a very simple and straightforward manner. So this is why I've built, CodeSmash, and there's been a lot since my first release. I've actually started in February of 2023. Got new joiners, built a lot of new features. We had those, backend builders like the no code API. We've also had, the features where we can just host simple, static websites like Next.js and so on. And right now, we're actually showcasing our really important feature, which is, everything centered around VPS. So basically, what we have is deployment of VPS servers, apps. They're basically you can modify them, and you can create specific scripts with ChatGPT integration to deploy pretty much any app you want.
Perfect, perfect. You mentioned about the static websites and stuff. Isn't isn't it true? Like if you can connect with the GitHub, you can get away with the free hosting and stuff. You can have your own static website.
That's also true. Yes, it can also work like that. Even though when everything builds and it's deployed to AWS, it's deployed in a serverless manner, which
Mhm.
means it's pretty much free anyway. So yeah,
And we do have an integration with GitHub. I think before it wasn't there. Now it's here, right?
that's actually true. Yeah, that's also a new feature. It was everything was on AWS, right? So currently when you deploy something, it goes directly to your AWS account, right? So there's no lock-in. Nothing is hosted by CodeSmash. Everything is on your account, to which you always have the access. But previously, the code was also hosted by default on AWS. Now it's on a more popular provider, which, like you mentioned, is GitHub.
Perfect, perfect. So let's dive in. I don't know where you want to start. I know there's a lot of things you can do with the Code Smash, and I don't know if you want to start with the new features or you want to start with the beginner level.
Let me first share the screen. Let's start there.
Alrighty. So guys, if you do have any question, feel free to ask. Mario is here to help.
I
Okay.
think you just first need to confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So then it's working. Okay, guys, so it's finally time to get a good look at our new features in CodeSmash. So let's just move on and go to the profile screen. So basically, the left-hand side is where you can work with CodeSmash. For example, the new stuff here, you can see it's the VPS Manager. This is for deployment of VPS-based apps. And as you can see, I've already prepared two of these, but let's just go through the process, and I'm going to show you how this can be done. So by clicking on Deploy VPS, basically, here's your screen. It's actually quite simple, and the only thing you need to do here, it's actually just two things. You can give your app a name, right? And you can choose an app that you want to deploy. If you just go here, you'll see that you have the list of apps that can be deployed. Currently, we have what I think it's more than 35 pre-built apps. So let's go with something simple, for example, with WordPress. Oh, and if you go here where it says more, you can actually select between a single site and a multi-site. Let's go with a single one for this example. And of course, it goes without saying that you can choose the specs of your machine as well. And as far as the zone where you can deploy, it's US and Europe and all the important regions. So let's just go and deploy. We're going to give this app a name, my WordPress, right? And the only thing, like I said, that you need to do at this point is just click deploy. This is going to probably take maybe around 2 minutes for deployment, but once you have it, it's going to be running. So while this is deploying, let's go and deploy something else. So basically what you can do is, deployments at the same time, like multiple deployments. So let's go deploy something that's also popular. Everybody likes that NA10, right? So the Nathan instance. You can just find it right here. You can click on this one, right? Again, you just type in my N8N, right? And not much setup, right? Just click deploy, and it's going to start deploying in the background. You don't have to have it, on your screen.
Mario, just a quick question: are you deploying it to the same VPS, or do you have like a different VPS?
Every time you deploy, right? Every time you deploy, but this is a good question. Every time you deploy, you're getting a new VPS, right? So
Perfect.
it's like a package. But we're currently working on a new feature, which was requested by a lot of users. They want to deploy multiple apps on one VPS server. So that's for the current phase of VPS development. That's also going to be possible.
But is it like doable? Like I didn't know it was possible, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's possible because actually I've already set up the process where you can set up, a custom domain, and
Mhm.
then specifically set up custom, subdomains and deploy different app on each subdomain.
Okay, got it. I
So
understand. So
it's
that's
working. It just needs to be implemented into CodeSmash.
perfect.
Uh, in any case, let's go here and look up. So this is basically the process of deploying, right? It cannot be easier than this. But let's go look up all these, previous ones that I've deployed. And first, let's go with this early bird WordPress. You can see that once you actually, click on your app, you'll see everything that you saw previously, right? So you are running the WordPress here. If you go to the network tab, all the important stuff like the static IP, the private IP, and so on. So this is something that you actually need to run your WordPress on a custom domain, right? So you can click here to activate the static IP, or with this one, you just turn it off, and it's now just a public IP which changes over time. Once you have that, you can also create a global distribution for your files. So basically, your files get distributed to US, to Asia, to Europe. So everyone who's browsing your website gets the files that are closest to the person. Once you have that, you can also, browse your website by this HTTPS, the secure domain. But you probably don't want this one. What you want is a custom one, right? So you can see the list here of your custom domains. For example, for me personally, I've bought this codesmashtesting.com. You can set it up right here. If you click on it, you can delete and create a new certificate. And yes, you see all the DNS records right here. So this is already set up, and you can then choose a certificate. You can clearly see it right here. and connect it to your distribution. Once that's done, your website is actually running. So if you then just go and click here, you'll see that this is basically your WordPress blog already, running. And the same thing is with your, Nathan instance, the let's see, the N8N one. Again, we can go back to our VPS manager and see all the apps that we have running. So just go, for example, to the one that's already set up. Now I'm going to just show you an example for something that doesn't actually have a custom domain set up, how to access this. And it's actually quite simple. Just go to the network and copy the public IP. Then just go to a new tab and make sure type it in, and it's running on 5.6.7.8, and there you go. It's this is the screen. You can just type it in.
We could not see your other screen. Can you just explain what you did? You enter your domain registrar and you put that IP address. That's what you did?
Wait, you can't see it? I'm probably just sharing one tab,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Share this tab instead. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it now. Sorry. Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. So you can see it says here N8N, right?
Yeah.
We don't
need that you put the IP address and it just took you there for the. It's like when you do the WordPress installation and it takes you through the setup of.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And it's basically a working instance, right? You don't need too long to set it up. It's a working instance, and you can get started on it, immediately. Let's see what we can do.
And even that you can connect to your custom domain. Like, for example, if I have my own domain and I want to connect this, that is also a possibility, right?
Yes, the stuff that I was showing previously, right? So let's go back here. So you have the domain here, right? If you also turn on, for example, the status.
I can't see the screen again.
Oh,
when you switch the screen, it's perfect now. Sure.
Okay. Let's go back to the WordPress where I was showing it. My WordPress. Okay, that's not. Just a second. It's supposed to be called Early Bird WordPress, right? So yeah, the domain, right? Yeah. Once you have the distribution, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So this is the certificate for CodeSmashTesting.com, right? And you can see if you see here, it says domains. All the domains that you have in your AWS account are listed here. I only have this one, right? And this is the one that WordPress is set up for. So I will demonstrate again because probably you didn't see it last time. When you click here,
I did see that. Okay, view domain. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So now you don't see it, right?
Now, the only thing I was not sure, how do I add the domain? Like, you have already added, but how do you actually add the domain?
Okay, it's actually quite simple.
That's the one I was like, because that's where I think people will get stuck, and obviously you'll get a support ticket and they will ask you.
Okay, first of all, for everything that I've shown, shown right now, there's a YouTube tutorial. That's first. Second, like I said, you need to first turn on this here CDN distribution, right?
Yeah.
Once that's built, you also, before that, probably, of course, you need to turn on this static IP, right? By default, it's going to be public, but when you turn it on, it's going to be static. Then you have the ability to turn on the CDN distribution, and you'll see that it's either running on the static IP or the load balancer. So load balancer is another topic that's a bit more, complicated. Once you have either of these running, you basically go here to the domains, right? And the domains are going to be listed here. If, for example, you don't have a domain in your AWS account, obviously you go here where it says, register a domain. And then it's going to take you to, let me click on this one, and let me share it quickly. You can see it, right?
Okay.
Here, this is your AWS account. You just go here and buy the domain, right? Okay, let's go back to this one. So when that's done, just here in the, like I said, manage domains, you just turn it on right here by clicking this button. Once it's on, you just go here and you have everything that you need. So what do you need? You need these DNS records to confirm that everything's working fine, and you need to, create a certificate. Here you can add subdomains, right? Like www, right? Once you add those, it's all fine. Just click create a certificate, and that's it. Once it's created, you will just go here and select the certificate that you want and click this button to, attach the certificate to this domain, right, that we've bought. That's it. At that point, you just click visit domain, and it's going to show up.
Okay. So quick question, is the certificate get renewed automatically, or because
Yes.
I know some of them, they get expired and then you don't have the certificate. So
Yeah,
does it
this is
renew
all
automatically?
from automatically, from AWS. So they cover this
Okay.
automatic renewal.
Perfect.
So that's when it comes to, setting things up like this, something that's already, pre-built. But what about things that, aren't? Currently, like I said, we have more than 35, supported apps. But what if you want to deploy something that's totally custom, right? Well, in that case, it's best to do it like this. You can also, you can just deploy a regular, Ubuntu app like this. If you go to VPS Manager, let's say it's this one, right? But you can also select any of these as I've
So,
already. Yeah.
Mario, sorry. What I just want to go back to the N8 thing. Is it
Yeah.
done already? Is it finished? Because you were doing something on the installation part. Okay, just wanna, yeah,
As you can see, it's running. You can select all the automations.
So that was that easy. Like what you just did. If you have your AWS connected, you can deploy it. Like
Yes, because you only connect your AWS account. I mean, you can connect multiple AWS accounts, so you select where you want to deploy, right? But when it comes to the actual VPS, it's, the app itself is bundled with the VPS. So that's why it's so easy to deploy. And like I said, you mentioned that we are also adding the ability to add multiple apps on one single instance.
perfect. So okay, so I'm just surprised that was that easy to do it,
Yeah.
because a lot of people struggle with the N8 and that they need help, or they usually hire people on Fiverr to do it for them and stuff like that. Maybe there's more into it, which I think it's not part of our event, that configuring the N8 and stuff like that. And I think person who's trying to install it, who's trying to probably have some idea how to use this automation system, right? So
Yes.
that was easy, that was good. So let's get back there. I think there was a list you were showing. I just want you to just go on that list slowly, because I wanted to see a couple of things, and it caught my
yes.
attention.
Okay.
So we got the WordPress. Just go one by one. We got the Windows Server. We got the SQL.
Yes. Amazon Linux, and then we have the Ubuntu. That's basically just a base image like the Amazon Linux, Debian, FreeBSD. These are just and then there's this one, the NA10, right? This is something that my community requested, active pieces, right? That's for workflow automation as well, but based on some.
You know what? That would be a great idea, because that's open source, right?
That's already so it's available, right?
So let's say, for example, if I know a couple of builders, website builders.
Yes.
Those were open source, and they were also obviously on lifetime deals. And a lot of people miss out on those lifetime deals, that maybe they have the new feature coming out. So those, if we have CodeSmash, we can actually do it on our own. Like that's actually it's awesome. So who did this active place? Like, is it something you guys do it in the back end, or somebody else is doing it, or users are doing it?
My Discord community. When I showed them, the feature that I'm going to show you next, the ChatGPT integration, they basically said, okay, this is how you set up these additional apps with the, command lines. And basically they gave me a script and told me, here, you can now deploy this. And I just added it to CodeSmash, and that's it. So it's working.
Okay, so it's basically you can add a lot of stuff, like a lot of tools,
Anything. Yes.
and it's just one click kind of thing, so you don't have to worry about it. And you have a awesome support in Discord,
Yes.
and you also provide like a, like a Zoom support, I believe, right?
Yes.
So if
Yes.
anybody needs help, perfect. So you want to go through the list? I just want to see some few more
Okay.
things. There
Yeah.
was, just go slow. Active press,
Okay.
okay.
So active pieces, right? And there's this Metabase. I think
Mhm,
that's something for it says analytics, right? That's also
mhm,
from my community. Mattermost. That's also something that my community created. Something for organization of some stuff. I don't know.
mhm.
Chatwood, probably something for chat. And okay, I know this one. This is what they also requested. This Bolt to DIY. So basically, that's for AI. That covers many different providers of
Perfect.
AI features. What else is there? This
Just
open source. Ah,
keep
these are
going
just
down.
Linux.
So you got the Joomla back,
Yeah,
which I remember good old days. Keep
yeah,
going
I
down, please.
remember.
You got the Magento. What else? So okay, keep going down. I saw something very interesting. I just want to make sure that people get the glimpse of it.
Yeah, yeah,
cPanel, cPanel. So tell me about this. Is it like true? Can you do that? Like cPanel all the way down?
yeah. Honestly, all of these, majority of these that you've seen, this is actually pre-built with AWS, right? I've just
Mhm.
exposed it. So
Okay.
this is all from AWS actually, and I just exposed it on the UI, and you can easily, deploy it. So
So you
it's all
can basically do your own, like you can buy like a good VPS hosting from AWS and just deploy your own cPanel, and
yes,
perfect. Okay, perfect. That's the one I was shocked about. I was saying, wow, how come you have cPanel there? Which is awesome.
yes. And here's the thing: there are many others that people want, right? But they actually don't, that aren't listed here.
Okay.
So what about that case? For example, in that case, you can just go and let's say we create, custom VPS. Let's just call it custom VPS. It's going to have this Ubuntu image, right? And let's just deploy it for deployment's sake. So if anyone has any questions, right, this is going to probably take, like I said, 2 minutes to deploy. If you just want to read some questions until this is,
Uh,
running.
Omar, there was okay. So Bolt is AI coding tool. So that's what it is. A Bolt. So if you
Yes,
wanna like do any coding, I don't know. It's alternate to which tool. Active pieces and N8 and it's public connect alternate. So
yes,
if you have public connect and you want something alternate to public connect, you can do self hosting on N8N, and you can use it again. Obviously, you have to learn anything that you knew you use. Um, yeah, that's the so if you end up getting more of these known scripts, I think like URL shorteners, like people buy those kind of deals too, right?
hmm
And some, I don't know if there's a script for like a AI wrapper where you can connect, you can do what do you call the AI content writing or image creation and all those will be, I think, those are hot right now. So if you have one of those ones, I don't know if it's coming in the future or something, or you guys are planning. What is coming up next? What is coming up? What already and what is that you from the previous campaign that you have right now, like that has been released?
that's a good question. So, like I said, based on the previous campaign, we decided to go with the VPS, and this was, a really good choice.
Mhm.
So what we did now is we allow deployments on AWS Lightsail, right? So the next step is to allow more, customization. For example, you can go and I will show that later, connect from CodeSmash directly to your VPS server. You're there, you execute those bash commands, you type in,
Mhm.
command line stuff that you want to execute. But why would you do that? Why would you not, want to execute those commands directly from CodeSmash UI,
One
right?
click. Yeah.
Exactly, right. So anything that you want, set up. For example, let me show it. Let me explain it in this way. You can, you can deploy many of those different apps. But what if you say, go for WordPress, and in WordPress you have another tab here, right? That's going to say, WordPress. And for each app, there's a different tab. For WordPress, it's WordPress. For NA10, it's NA10, right? And then you have custom commands right there. So when you click on those commands, you set up your app right there from CodeSmash. You don't even have to go to your app. And like I said, there's going to be a window where you can type in custom commands, bash scripts that are going to execute, directly on your VPS. So that's something we're working on right now. And the second thing that we're working on that's quite important, I already mentioned, right? So multiple apps on one VPS server. And the most important thing is the marketplace. So that's the marketplace where basically you can create your own script for deployment of apps and then just publish it on the marketplace. If you go right here where I showed that, there's actually apps that you can select. These are the official ones, and this is the marketplace. And you see
Okay.
it says coming soon, right? So all the apps that people publish, the scripts, they're going to be listed right here. So you can then just go and deploy from here anything that someone else has created. So there's going to be like options to request, and when someone sees what you've requested, they can just build it for you. So now the question is, how is that built? What's the easiest way? Well, this is why we have the ChatGPT integration. If you go here, it says this is our profile screen, right? It says integrations, and there you go. You just add your ChatGPT key, and let's say you've deployed. Let's go to this custom VPS that we've just deployed recently. First of all, I just want to show how you can access it, because people might think that where is this actually running. So you just go here to the services tab, right? And you go to here where it says AWS Lightsail. You click on this one. Let me just share this tab. Just let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, I see the yeah, it's Amazon Lightsail.
Great. So now you're directly on your VPS, page on AWS. But what you want is to actually connect directly. So you just click here where it says connect using SSH. So it's going to take you right here, and there you go. So you can type, ls. There's nothing here, right? But you can type pwd. So you see that you can execute these commands, and you're basically directly on your VPS. So here's the thing, like I said, you don't necessarily want to do that all the time. You want to be able to execute these commands directly from CodeSmash, and this is going to be
Like for me, it's like if I can avoid going to Amazon,
yes. Yes.
that's and I think everybody, all of the users on the same board. They just want to avoid
Yes,
going
yes.
to the Amazon account and just stick to and have a one-click process. And that would be the
So
not even for example.
yeah, that's coming soon. So now let's go here to this template tab, right? This is the most important one. And this is our ChatGPT integration. So basically, what does it do? You basically tell ChatGPT which app you want to deploy, right? So you type in right here, for example, I want to deploy NA10. We already did that, but just just for show. And you just click generate.
Do the bolt one and see. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay.
And there you go. It creates a script for you, right? So you can just go right here and click deploy, and it's going to deploy it for you. But you can say something else, right? For example, I had an example recently in my tutorial. I want to deploy Ghost CMS, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just click generate, and it's right here. It's a completely different script. You see it says install Ghost, right? That's a blogging platform, and the script is right here. Now, obviously, this is not going to work instantly. So you can give it hints to help you out. For example, you can say, add some useful logging, right? And then you click improve. Okay, you just have to wait for it to end. And there you go. It adds, logging messages. So you can see where you're at in the logs if something goes wrong. Then when you try to deploy, right, you go to the server, you see the logs. Maybe there are some errors. Then you just go here into the, error box. You paste in the error message and click retry. And then it's going to try to fix your script. And that's it.
So, okay, let me get straight. So, what are you saying? Once I have the ChatGPT Connect, I can go under the deployment and I can deploy and template, and I can use what I want to deploy, and it will just create a script and I can just deploy.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Even though that's, let's say, if I want to deploy something that is not like you have the integration for it, or the script that you have already created, something completely different, it will still do it.
Exactly right. Yeah, because in most cases, all these apps are somewhere in some GitHub repository,
Okay.
right? So it's going to pull them down, put them on your VPS, and that's it.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Which is why previously I mentioned the marketplace, right? So once you get this working, you just click publish. It's on the marketplace. Everyone can use it. That's it.
So you don't even have to use a ChatGPT if somebody is already created for you, or
If
somebody
it's
else.
already created, right? So that's why, that's what the community is for, right? Someone's going to already create something, put it on the marketplace, everyone gets to use it. And yeah, you can you can customize it right here. You can choose the model, GPT-4o, GPT-4 mini, whatever you want. And this is the ideas, right? How much creative you want it to be with your scripts, right? So everything is customizable. You just go and get to use it, and that's it.
That's really good. I never thought that there's you can implement ChatGPT onto the CodeSmash to do
Yes.
stuff like that. Genius, basically. It's a very simple idea. It's just a prompt, and it
Super
but you
simple.
made it work just for the serverless application. Like that's amazing, actually.
Yeah, so basically, like I said, if people want to see more, the tutorial for this is on our official YouTube channel. So go have a look, try it out. That's it.
Perfect. What else? I think we have few more things to cover
Okay.
that are released and
Okay.
that are releasing soon.
Yeah. So obviously the most important thing, something that pretty much everyone was asking me for since the first release that we had. It's all these, right? It's the other providers. So that's going to come as well. So currently, like I said, we support AWS. These are your AWS apps. Once you go here, you'll see all your Hetzner ones, Hostinger, DigitalOcean, and so on and so forth. So we're going to use the same process, just like we did with AWS. All these other ones are going to be implemented, and then it's going to be, a full VPS management platform.
Are you like planning to release all of them at once, or just gonna be one by one?
One by one. So
Perfect. Okay,
as
because if you are planning to release all of them at once, I would request you to just release one by one. It's much
obviously,
better,
yes.
because and just curious, like how this, like these integrations, like is it like something that you have to work with these companies to get the code, or like how does it work? Is it something that you have to do, or they have to do, or both have to do it? Like,
It's luckily it's only us. Let me just show you. This is actually a good question. So why CodeSmash is different than any other, VPS manager? We kind of give you not just the infrastructure on your account, but we also give you the code. So what that means is actually the way CodeSmash deploys infrastructure is through scripts called Terraform scripts, right? And this is all added to your, GitHub repository. Every app is a different repository that has the code that's specific for your app, right? So
Yeah.
let's say at some point you don't really want to use CodeSmash, right? Let's say that doesn't mean you can't, modify your infrastructure anymore. Everything's written down in the code, and if you have a developer, they will understand how to set it up, how to, work with it. So from your app right here, right? How do you go and look this up? Well, here it says the master branch. It says go to your GitHub app branch, right? Just click here, and there you go. This is your code.
I just screen.
Oh, share this. Hope you can see this now.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, so there it is. It's you can see that there are some files here. It says CodeSmash, Amazon Lightsail. That's that. So everything in your account, your GitHub account, everything gets stored here, so you know exactly. And you can see it says when it was last modified, 28 minutes ago, right? So that's basically when we started. So that's it. That's how it works.
Perfect, perfect, nice. Uh, what else we had to cover? I think the future updates. I think the you have these coming up next. What else is coming up?
Currently, I have a developer, right, who's working on something that's not necessarily, VPS, but more API related. We already have that no-code API. It's becoming popular, but it's a so-called REST-based API. There's also another, popular one called the GraphQL. So my developer is now working on that. Once that's done, it's also coming out soon. She's moving on to, VPS to help me out with everything that's VPS related.
Okay.
So
I believe there was a. You want to just go through quickly on the core features that about CodeSmash that like just surface through those feature quickly.
Okay. Actually, we have a roadmap, so anyone who is interested can just look up the roadmap, right? What we've done and what's coming up.
Yeah.
Roadmap. Just a second. So if you go here and where it says deploy app, right? So what can you add? You can add web hosting, right? So previously we only had static websites, as in client side. If you go here, it's going to say static web hosting and dynamic web hosting, so you can now host both type of websites, right? Then there's Next.js, because it's very popular, right? You can automatically deploy Next.js apps. You can basically just cancel your Vercel subscription, because you don't pay anything to CodeSmash when you host this. So you have both the client side Next.js and server side Next.js. And our no code API, and of course the newest one is the Lightsail. But with Next.js, you actually get integration with our no code API, automatically, if you want, if you choose so. So basically what you get is a REST API with which you can, process your data, store them in your database in the backend. You get the database automatically as well. And it's already connected to your Next.js app. So you can basically just pull the data, display it on your front end. That's it. It's all done in, just a couple of clicks. So yeah, Sam, I just went through all these.
Perfect. Perfect. We have few questions. I'll try to go through those quickly. We have from Neil Brown. Can you explain the N8N part again, please? I recently self-hosted N8N via Docker. Is this similar? Sorry, I'm new to this stuff. A lot of guys. Neil is new here. Also, if anyone who's interested, I will request you guys to join the Discord channel
Yeah.
and get involved, ask questions, and that's where a lot of things are happening on the Discord channel, where Mario is mostly very active and replies, and and there's a whole community who can actually help you. So I know you guys are used to with the Facebook groups and stuff like that, but there's a lot of communities there on Discord, and they actually, very responsive, and they're very helpful. So N8, and can you just Just I don't know. Is it via
Very
Docker? Is this similar?
Yes, because if you look at the script, because the script is actually in our public repository, it does launch it like that.
Mhm.
But the best part is you don't need to know that, right? It doesn't matter because CodeSmash takes care of that. So if you want to deploy, okay, first of all, there's a tutorial on our YouTube channel. So you can go to our YouTube channel right here. See the YouTube logo, click on it, it will take you there. So you were asking how to deploy. Okay, just go here to deploy VPS, right?
Yeah, it was easy. Like it's
Let me
yeah.
refresh just quickly. Okay, once you're here, click on the app and just find where it says N8N. Just scroll down. There you go, right? You can see it. Click on this one, type in, give it a name, right?
Yeah.
And you see the deploy button. Click it. That's it. Just wait
Done.
for 2 minutes. It's going to be deployed.
Done. So guys, I remember when I got used to it, the deployment softwares, the SaaS, and I remember like not getting enough help, not having enough videos, and it was so tiring because I really wanted on VPS AWS website hosting, and I was tired of all the shared hosting and stuff like that. I was like, I had SiteGround, I had Bluehost, HostGator. I was just tired of it, right? And I remember like looking for a video how to deploy, how to connect that, that I can't name it, but it was very hard. It was very difficult. It was very difficult because I could not find any guide. I could not find any proper videos. So the good thing about Mario and CodeSmash, it's lots of videos are available. Before you even request, just watch the video. It's easy. Join the Discord and ask questions there, but do check the guide. Do check the video tutorial first, and it's easy. Yeah, like you can see it how it just need to connect one time with your AWS account, which is also pretty easy if you follow the instructions. So yeah, what else we have? We have few more questions. The video is keep cutting out for me. I'm going to watch it YouTube. Perfect, no worries. Really apologize. Uh, Inderpreet is saying it means all open source will connect. So yeah, which is true, right? Any open source we can pretty much deploy here.
If
No,
it's on GitHub, it can be deployed.
if it's on GitHub, yes, it can be deployed. But if you have bought a script on Code Canyon or something like that, then those ones, uh, how does it work? Oh,
I
those
mean,
ones.
if ChatGPT doesn't know about it, probably it's going to be harder. You'll have to explain to ChatGPT what you want. But if it's something that's really really well known, then it's not a problem. In case you're having trouble, deploying it, you know where to find us. Go to our Discord. You see it right here, right? The logo. Click
Mhm.
here. You'll join our Discord, and there are people here, who are willing to help. And yeah, just let us know.
Perfect. What else? We don't have a lot of questions because I think we went a lot of back and forward. That I asked you a lot of questions. And what else? Do you have anything else remaining? Web hooks or anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I actually went through that. The only thing that I want to mention is the future, right? What's going to happen in the future
Mhm.
once VPS is fully complete? That's going to take some time, but it's going to get done. What's going to happen is you can see it right here. So VPS Manager, it says here it's new, but after that we are going with the UI Builder, right? So if you have, for example, ever worked with, you wanted to build your own custom website, your, SaaS, you're actually building a full-blown SaaS. You've probably tried using those, apps like Bubble and Webflow and so on. We are building something like that next. So at that point, we are going to have both the backend builder that we already have
Mhm.
and the front end builder. But the difference, between us and, for example, Bubble is obviously that, you know, Bubble doesn't allow you to actually modify anything on your own. You have to work inside Bubble. With us, like I said, the code is by default stored on your GitHub. Your infrastructure is on your AWS account, so it's always going to be yours. And the major difference is that Bubble is for custom development only. You cannot deploy any already existing apps. We, as we've now seen, we can deploy already existing stuff on VPS. So at that point, right, when we have the UI builder as well, this is a complete, SaaS builder platform, because your SaaS is not just going to be, custom code that you've done, but it's also going to be, many of these very useful apps that are already, that already exist, and you need them. You just need to connect them, and CodeSmash is going to be, there for you. So this is our next step after VPS.
Perfect. Do you have any dates for the connecting another VPS? Like when is it? Do you have approximate date? Like when we are looking at it, like to get
Honestly, it should be here in maybe just a couple of months, right? Because when it comes to the marketplace, that's going to be done during this, sale. So this is almost done. I just need to finalize it, push it out, and it's there. So
Mhm.
then maybe a month or two, maybe just a month to get, that custom scripts working, where you can, execute Bash scripts directly on CodeSmash UI that are going
Mhm.
to be executed on your VPS. Once that's done, we're starting with, the third-party providers like Hetzner and so on. That's it.
That's something I'm looking forward for it,
Yes,
and
yes.
that's what once that comes out, I'll be like using it like for sure, 100%. Um, Another thing is the backups. Anything that you have uh, like on a roadmap for the backup, like I know the backups are already there on GitHubs and stuff like that, but do you have any external backups that you are, or like a app that we can launch and then we can have that as a source of as a backup?
You mean while it's running with that load balancer, for example, or
Yeah,
like a
like for example,
snapshot?
like if I have a WordPress site installed, and I need my WordPress site to take a backup. Again, I can use a plugin and I can connect a third party. But if I wanted to done it from the server side or VPS hosting side or CodeSmash side, is there such thing that we can connect and it takes a backup? Like on hosting,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
usually offer their own hosting plan, and then they have their own like backup add-ons and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering if there's any external resources here that can do the backup for the WordPress side, or any of the application that if I deploy.
Yes, you can take snapshot directly from the AWS console. That's absolutely doable. Uh, when it comes to these features being done directly from CodeSmash, that's something we need to add. But the process is very similar to what I was saying. When I mentioned those custom scripts being executed, we just need to add that, right? It's not something that we need to invent. It's already possible. We just need to add the features on the screen. Oh
So
yes,
is it, so sorry, I apologize. Is it not possible, like you know how you have the sidebar where it says VPS Manager, UI Builder, you are building those? Is it not possible, like you don't need to build, but if you have any open source that you can connect with CodeSmash, and the CodeSmash will have that on the left hand side, and you just have to connect your external resource with it, or and then give it a command, take a backup for this, take a backup for this, or schedule backup. Is it not something you can have it on the CodeSmash itself? Again, it's not using, obviously it has to be connected with the external storage. Can we not do that? That will be like the, like, awesome, like.
yes, these are the commands, because these are all Unix commands, right? That you type in, that
Mhm.
you would usually have to go and connect to your VPS directly. But my plan is to add, currently what we're working on right now, the second phase of development is basically, the ability to have a text box right here on the UI, where you just type in those commands and everything gets executed on your VPS. So if you have something like that, a third-party device, just copy over the data, right? Take the snapshot, the current image of the system, copy it over to the external drive, and that's it. Yeah, that's also going to be possible.
Perfect, perfect. So we are looking forward for all these updates. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Message us on Facebook groups. First, obviously, Early Bird Facebook group, and we have a Discord channel for CodeSmash, where a lot of things are happening related to CodeSmash. And there's a lot of users who are already using it, and sometimes you might just want to search it there, because I was looking for one of the question I had, and I was searching on Discord, and I found the answer. So about the deal, let me just share my screen and show you the deal page,
Okay,
guys,
please
and
do.
we'll wrap this up. And once I know where to click, here we go. So here we go, guys. It is running on Early Bird website. Again, the price is 279, and it's the highest tier you can get. What do you get with it? Here, these are all the features, and the plan is paid to a map to a paid plan, which is I believe it's the highest plan that you offer. Correct?
Yes, previously we had three plans. We've decided now, only the highest plan is going to be available, and that's that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yes.
The unlimited workspace and roles, custom billing and invoicing, dedicated security APIs, and a lot of other stuff, dedicated support, custom MSAS and SLAS, unlimited VPS, one-click WordPress deploy. There's tons of feature in it. We try to limit whatever we could put in there, but again, it comes with everything, whatever you need, that you will see. All the details are here. Again, we do have a 10% off currently going on. Use the coupon code early bird, and you will get 10% off automatically. If you have any question, feel free, do join the group and ask questions. I believe we have this deal for 30 days, and not sure which date the coupon will be expired, but usually within a week or so it will expire. That's about it, guys. Any last words before we end this, Mario?
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing experience again to launch with Early Bird. So thank you for that. Hope everyone, liked the presentation. Again, if you have any questions, don't feel, just feel free to ask. Join the Discord channel, and we'll help you out. So yeah, thanks a lot for today, Sam. And
Perfect. We have one guy. He's a good friend of mine. He is from Toronto, so I'll take his questions.
okay,
I apologize. Very nice. Might be a dumb question. It's a Fast Musa, his name. Very nice question. Might be a dumb question, but when we build the front end UI, will there be an option for SEO like schema and internal linking, etc.?
yeah, that's possible. I mean, it's basically just a quick setup.
Perfect. Okay. Do you have DS Wong? Hi. Okay. It's good to see you guys. Maybe can we develop an integration with the GitHub to pull open source code and auto adopt to our settings?
That's basically what we have, right? With ChatGPT integration, right? It already pulls.
Yeah, I'm usually very like scared of all these like technical questions. I would love to learn all this, but it's just yeah, it's just too
even
much.
though even though what the person mentioned is something that I've considered and should be there, it's basically that you want to, just specify. You don't want to go through the ChatGPT integration. You want to specify your specific GitHub repo and deploy from there. So that's true. That's something that should be added as well. Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's okay. Vladimir is here. Vladimir, hello. You very late, buddy. Very late. He's always there. Back. He's a big fan of CodeSmash. Um, I think that's about it. I think we are all set. The last words before we end this.
I think, like I said, it was amazing. So it was fun for me. Hope it was also fun for you. And yeah, thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it's always fun, connecting with you. Again, CodeSmash. Again, we this is second phase. There's a
Yes,
lot
yes.
more to come. Again, the prices usually, we start here and then they do go up eventually, and the more features he's releasing. So if you have any doubts, any question about CodeSmash, uh, please feel free to message us. Don't forget to use the 10% off coupon, early bird. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Mario. I
Thanks,
know it's
thanks.
late for you.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, buddy. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.